What's up, guys? I am listening to this book right now called Boys and Sex by Peggy Orenstein, and it is shaking me up a lot. I mean, it's like really, when I'm listening to it, it's bringing me back throughout my life. It's bringing me back to the different things I've experienced, the different cultures I've seen, just growing up as a man, and some things I can say about it in my own experiences. First of all, the book touches on toxic masculinity, men and their sexuality, pornography. The next chapter is actually pornography, which is going to be interesting to listen to. Just the negativity and the positivity. I mean, it's been mostly focused on the negativity because there's like a really toxic masculine culture. Obviously, we've seen through the Me Too movement, but some things that I've learned about myself that I can kind of riff with this book. So far, it hasn't gotten to the pornography part, but I stopped looking at pornography completely 3 years ago, and up until that point, I was taking like a month, 2 month increments in between because I really wanted to stop. But it's hard because it's addictive. There's sexual release, you get that, which is great, but because as a man, you still, I'm still sexually attracted to women. Like, that never goes away. But when I stopped doing that, eventually my body started changing. It started changing in that, I still have that, but there's a whole host of control that I didn't know that I have, and it's not suppressive control. It's more of a choice, which is great. And I've had videos on that before, but the big thing I can say is when you start moving away from pornography, there's many guys that don't have guilt, or maybe they don't realize they have guilt, but that was one of the reasons. Like, I knew that I was separating the woman from their body, and that became harder and harder for me. I really thank my meditation practices, just the things I've done to raise my vibration, because I think I've dropped a lot of things over the years as I feel like I've grown, and this is one of the things. I don't separate a woman from their body anymore. So when there is lust, there is still respect, there's still love. And that's how I feel when I see a beautiful woman. I feel like a romantic, loving sort of feeling. And I know that sounds weird because I know it's still infatuation. I know it still comes from lust, but it's not a separate thing. I'm not chopping the woman off from her body, and I don't see them as two different things, because that's another thing that's what pornography, I feel like, does. Like, you begin to separate the two, because I feel like it's harder. It'd be difficult. They say this. They say, what would it be like if you saw that woman as your sister or your mother or your good female friend or something like that? And that's kind of weird to think about. But when you realize that, you go, oh my God, this is someone I love and care about, and this is one of the reasons. This is a huge reason. This is a huge thing I've gained from cutting that out of my life. And when it comes to the culture, I don't put men down for being sexually attracted to women, or even, getting overly excited and saying this or that. As long as there isn't, if there's a sense of disrespect, that's a problem. That's a problem. If there's a sense of, anything like degrading or hurtful towards women, that's a problem for me. And I'm okay with guys being open about, oh my God, she's so hot, or oh my God, like this. And you're gonna hear that. I mean, as a guy, you're gonna hear that in life, from either your friends or just from strangers, being in Uber rides and stuff. But there are times where, if that crosses the line, like, I'm very uncomfortable with, and I'll do one of two things. I'll either, try to bring that up at a very, I'm not cutting the other person down, but I'm making it clear that like that's not okay. Or if someone is really, you know, in their ways and stuff, I'll just kind of like, yeah, you know, and leave it, and because I'm not going to see this person again, you know. So hopefully, in the way my life goes, you know, hopefully that is the case. And if you have to deal with something like that at a work level, obviously, you know, there's things you could do to manage that. If someone's being really bad role model or leader or stuff like that, you know, there's things you can do now in the workforce where you can, you know, make reports and this and that. But that being said, so when it comes to, there's always going to be there's always going to be the male and female sex drive, but there needs to be respect within that. And that's what I have to say so far on this. That's part of the things that I'm personally taking. And yeah, that's what I got for this video. I don't know exactly what the topic was. I think this is kind of my intro to learning more through this book. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. So cool beans, guys. Peace. Have a good one.